were like. Oh, okay.
Good morning, good afternoon, good night, depending when you're watching this. I'm not going to sugarcoat it, guys. Your boy's pretty hungover. Went to an engagement party last night. Didn't really have time to film voiceover for this, so we're doing it now. Personally, whenever I'm hungover, the first thing I need to do is make coffee or have a nice cold Diet Coke, depending on the day. Usually I would make coffee at home, whether it's pour over, cold brew, a nice frappe made by yours truly. But on days when I'm not hungover, I do like to explore where I live in Astoria, Queens, checking out local coffee shops, seeing what the area has to offer. And that leads us to the topic of today's video, the best coffee in Astoria. Me and my friend TJ checked out 3 different local spots, checked out how the coffee was, the environment, the sort of aesthetic of it all. Edward's attacking Sabrina's jacket right now. Of course.
And now my hair. Oh my god.
To say the least, after this was filmed, like I said, we went to 3 coffee shops. Your boy was wired up beyond belief. If you don't like and subscribe, you hate locally owned businesses. We're here at Gossip Coffee on 30th Avenue, 31st Avenue. We'll put it right here. First proper introduction of my boy TJ since the apartment video. My boy, how you doing?
Pretty good.
Ready to drink 3 to 4 coffees in one day?
I have just returned from Europe, so now I'm a coffee connoisseur.
I've been here once before and really enjoyed their cold brew, which is my usual partake at coffee shop, so wanted to stick with that one. Pretty big latte guy, big espresso guy.
Yeah, that's my go-to. Usually a latte, no sugar, just regular milk.
Simple
Yeah, I am a simple man.
Cold brew, smooth. A big problem I see with a lot of cold brews is sometimes it comes out a little too bitter. I like a strong cold brew, but theirs I find to be really smooth. How are you feeling about the latte?
This is absolutely delicious. Just sweet enough with the milk. That's what I look for. If it's still bitter, when they add like regular milk in there, I don't add any sugar to this, so.
I also didn't add sugar. I want this to be clear. We are better than other coffee drinkers by not adding sugar to our coffee. We got a pain au chocolat here. You want to get the first bite in there? I'm going in right where you are.
That's true, bro.
That is a good croissant.
I don't like too much chocolate, so that's like perfect.
Just to give a brief rundown on Gossip Coffee, I came across this place when walking. I saw the inside of it, one of the walk-in. They have a nice neon sign in the front that really draws you in, but what really took me away is the backyard space here. It is gorgeous. I've come here 2 or 3 times just to like sit around. I wasn't even like in need of a coffee, but I kind of wanted to just sit in a nice outdoor space. Honestly, across the board, an amazing ambiance. Barista, I believe he is the owner. Alex, he was fantastic. He's always super kind. The croissant was fantastic, and honestly, like I said, the all-around vibe here is great. If you ever need a place to come study, relax, come hang out with friends.
Gossip and Gossip Coffee.
Gossiping, come gossip at Gossip Coffee. If you are in the Astoria area, please come through and check out Gossip Coffee. This place is great.
I would also like to mention I was a barista for 2.5 months. It was the worst job that I ever had. Starbucks barista.
Under Pressure Espresso Bar in Astoria. I think this is 30th Ave. I'm going to put the address up here because, of course, I do no prior research. Also, Queens addresses are screwed on its own, so I've walked past this place a ton of times. I've come in once. The coffee was great. I really wanted to come by and feature it. This place is gorgeous inside. Very modern look, well built up. I love the ambiance. They play amazing music. The place smells fantastic. I believe they do roast their own coffee beans, but we did decide to go for the namesake, the shots of espresso, to see what it's all about. TJ here went for the first go. What do you think?
As far as espresso goes, really smooth, very full.
I need to go for my own taste. I'll go for
I did it without sugar.
I did get some brown sugar. We'll do it without first. Oh, it's got good color. I'm not gonna act like I'm an expert in coffee, by the way. Like, let me just get this out of the way. I'm not gonna act like I know what I'm talking about.
I will. 2.5 months. Going off my Starbucks 2.5 month
2.5 month
barista. Like 5 years ago.
That is a tasty espresso. It does have the bitterness, but that's every shot of espresso. It is straight. It is like the most condensed pool of coffee.
Yeah.
Honestly, it doesn't need the sugar. Definitely doesn't need it in my opinion, but no, this is delicious. Could see myself sitting here all day, editing 2 to 3 episodes even of what do you think is out there. Don't forget to like and subscribe. But yeah, please, if you are ever in the area, come by, check out Under Pressure. They were super kind to me. This is good coffee. Obviously separates.
Okay.
So you gotta do the little shake. We're now here at Sway Cafe. It's off of 41st Street and 34th Ave. As per usual right here. This place is cool. Very small. Give it a minute.
Get out of here.
But yeah, here at Sway Cafe, Sway Tavern, very quaint place. It has a nice outdoor space, covered area, and the inside, it's tiny. It is small, but it feels warm. You walk in there, it's like, oh, you're almost bundled in a blanket, but it definitely gets the most out of its space. It feels very homey. I really like the decor in there. And honestly, I'm really enjoying the coffee. It's a good Freddo espresso. TJ got the standard black coffee.
Really good. As far as black coffee goes, this would be like my go-to.
But they do have food options. We're looking at avocado toast, a ham, egg, and cheese on a croissant. We saw plenty of the standard pastries. They usually see the croissants, the nice little baked goods. But yeah, Sway Cafe. Cheers. All in all 3 of these coffee shops, I believe, had their strengths and their weaknesses. I think Gossip Coffee was a great all-around coffee shop. The aesthetic was personally my favorite of the 3. The coffee was great. The backyard was to die for. Sway Cafe had very, very good coffee, but was very small. If you want to go there to get some work done, to study, to simply get away, I think that is definitely its strongest point. Under Pressure, I think, is a nice in-between Sway Cafe and Gossip Coffee, where there is a good aesthetic to it, the coffee is great, and they have a good food variety between the Greek savory and sweet pastries. If you go in there with an empty stomach, you will definitely not have a single problem finding something to eat. There is a lot to be said about the coffee scene, not just in Astoria, but in Queens in general. It's one of the most diverse areas in the entire world, definitely in the US, and to squeeze only 3 coffee shops in Astoria alone, let alone Queens and the rest of New York, is doing it a disservice. So we'll have to make sure to come back around, check out a few more spots, and start to break out into the outer parts of Queens and into other boroughs, Manhattan, Brooklyn. There are countless more cafes and coffee shops to explore. So make sure to like and subscribe for future content. Stick around, have a nice cup of coffee while you watch, and we'll be sure to cover the rest. Also, I do not recommend drinking coffee from 3 different spots in less than an hour. Your bowels will hate you.